Welcome to my vlog. Okay, so listen up. Okay, so here's the thing. Fashion Week is coming up and we're gonna be talking about Fashion Week on 6 Feet Above today. But I thought, you know, why not talk about it a little more? Because you guys need to watch 6 Feet Above. Anyways. So it's reminding me of the days of, because I've like talked about walking in runway. I've talked about walking in runway shows before. And I feel like I never really got into the nitty gritty. Let's get into it. First of all, Fashion Week castings, right? So I was mostly friends with plus size models when I was modeling in New York. Not because like, I was like, I'm not gonna be friends with any straight size models. I just like, when I would get booked on set and when I would go to castings, like there would only be plus size models there. Like, you know, castings at 4 p.m. for like all the plus size models, and then at 5 p.m. the straight size models. And then like if I was on set, I was mostly booked with plus size models. I met some really great straight size models, but that's the gist. Okay, so anyways, I had two really close plus size models friend. It's like, damn, talking is kind of crazy today. I had two friends I was really close with. We were all in the same agency. So I remember one time we were all going to a casting together, and these like straight size girls from our agency, we saw them and they came out of the casting. We're like, oh my God, hey, what's up? We're talking. We're making some small talk. It's all sweet. And they're like, oh my God, we're swamped with castings this week for like Fashion Week. We were like, yeah, same. No, we weren't. We had like 2 castings that whole week. And we would talk to the straight size models, and like, obviously we weren't like, I mean, we were popping, but we weren't like popping, like, you know, plus size models. So we weren't like in high demand, obviously, but like a lot of the straight size girls had like so many castings and we had like 2. And I remember us talking about it and we were like, this is kind of bonkers when you think about it, because why are they saying they have like 10 castings in a day? We're at the same agency and we have like 2 castings this whole week. I remember we were talking to other plus size models about it and they were like, oh yeah, we have like 2 castings this week and that's it. And it was frustrating because we were in the same agency, we had the same agents, so like they had the same connects, and like ultimately it does come down to the designer, what they want and like who they're asking to come to the casting. And I remember one particular season, like it was like there were like no plus size models on the runway. Like there were plus size models, obviously. Hey, come in! He wanna yum yum yum, he gon' eat. And I'm talking about, so Fashion Week is coming up and I was talking about being he wanna yum yum yum, he gon' eat on it. Then he anyways, I'll finish this thought after we get to record our vlog, but yeah, you stay strapped. Okay, quick change. So just vlogged with Parallel Play. You should go check that one out because that we unpacked a lot. But anyways, back to Fashion Week. It was just a lot of the plus size models, like a lot of the ones that like weren't, you know, famous and consistently booking, like barely got any castings for Fashion Week. And this was like, what, 2 years ago? And I remember so I ended up booking one show that Fashion Week, which like, I remember my friends were like, oh my God, that's so great. But usually models have like 4 shows a day. So, hey, great for me. Anyways, and also runway, mind you, the pay is usually like $150 for the day, which is like not a lot. And anyways, so I remember I had a casting for this like really big designer and I was so excited and he's so inclusive. And I show up and I was just like elated, and they give me heels that are way too big on me. And I was just like, Dad, no, it's fine. My feet will grow in the next 2 seconds. Like I was so nervous and I just clopped, for like the runway casting, you walk in front of them, obviously. And I was just like clopping down and I was like, damn, there's no way I booked that. But then I got a call back and I was like so excited. And then I didn't book it and I was really sad. I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna be so big. And you know what? I don't know what to say. I didn't book it, but anyways. I did book a show last minute and I was so excited, and I show up and I was like, hi, I'm here for the show. And they were like, hair and makeup. And I was like, oh no, I'm not a hair and makeup artist, I'm a model. And they were like, oh, you can just go over, get your hair done, get checked in. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool and horrifying at the same time. But then I see another plus size model and I was like, yo, her name's Ashley Rodriguez. She's the best. Still my homie to this day. And we're talking and it's just like, I don't know. Not a lot of people are trying to talk to us. And thinking back, it's like maybe we were in our own heads about it and maybe just people didn't feel like talking. But we were just like so excited to be there. And someone comes up to us and they were like, hey, like we really need help with the lights. I can't. Every time I tell this, I laugh. And we were like, oh no, we're models. And they were like, oh, okay. And then a second time, someone comes up to us and they ask, hey, are you guys on the crew? At least they asked, you know? And we were like, no, we're models. And they were like, okay. Okay. And they felt bad. And I was like, honestly, I can't even be mad because like, everyone was a straight size model except us. So they probably thought we were on the crew, even though we looked good. Dude, I can't. That's like a very common thing though for plus size models. I've talked to other plus size models where they like think you're a hair and makeup artist. And it's like, it's honestly, it's not their fault at all. It's like the designer's faults and the people that are like casting these models. Like you gotta cast body diversity. It's cool. Okay, that's amazing. But yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I haven't modeled in a while, but I just have heard from plus size models, it's like, it's not looking too hot for them. There's like the few poppin' plus size models that are famous and consistently booked, but like, as for the others, I feel like I've talked to other plus size models about this and they're like, yeah, I feel like it was just like a trend, a cool thing to do to like hire plus size models. And now that it's like skinny is back in, we're not getting booked as much. And I think that's really stupid. So that's that. But yeah, I don't know. I remember I was like preparing for a runway show. I was talking to one of my agents and they were like, just make sure your social media is clean and you got no middle fingers up there and like all that because you're representing the brand. And it's like, LMAO, my social media today. They'd be like, yeah, you're fired. Cause I'm just unhinged on that bitch and I love it. I truly love it. But I think, you know, the modeling industry was like going in the right direction and then it like kind of went the other direction and now I'm just like, I don't know. I've been out of it, but I've talked to my friends that are still modeling and they're just like, it was like kind of inclusive before and now it's like not at all. But, you know, hopefully it'll change. We'll see this fashion week. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see how it goes. I hope a lot of my girlies are walking and I guess that's all you need to know.